Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Thursday market webcast. Okay, so we continue to fight on either side of 30.50. It's right around the 200-day simple moving average. The exponential comes in around 77. You've got the 9-day dropping down into the mid 60s. They bounced it here from Friday. They've been working it to the upside all week, but they haven't been able to convert this 9-day to support. So the Bears haven't done a good job of pushing it down. The Bulls are kind of holding serve, but they haven't been able to finish. They haven't been able to convert these two, the two separate 200-day moving averages, along with monthly pivot, weekly pivot, the new pre-FOMC price. You know, there's a lot of stuff on these charts. So let's go to the hourly, and it kind of lays out. So you have your pre-FOMC price, weekly pivot, the 9 and the 200-day are locked in there around 68, 69, and you see the monthly pivot up there, 79, 80. It's been drifting away from the lower band since the test back on Tuesday. They tried to take out the 9-day, weren't able to get that done. 9-day was right around the reaction high from the Tuesday rate cut. So, you know, it's just... And it goes back to my divisible by 10 rule as far as volatility right now is concerned. If you take these moves and you look at them and you divide them by 10, the chart starts to look a little bit normal, right? So we're jammed between 29.80 and 31.20. It's 40 handles, but it's trading like a 4-handle range, just on a bigger, deeper scale. Now, what's the nice part about that? There's a lot of elbow room in there to get things done. We did 74 handles yesterday, and we basically took the afternoon off until getting into one thing in the close, and we didn't do much in Globex. I didn't trade Globex at all last night. I had an 85 half long runner that I just let work, and eventually got stopped out overnight. It was more curiosity for me than anything to see if they could kind of try to hold this 9-day, but they couldn't do it. Didn't have a bid. It really hasn't had a bid all of Globex. They tried a little bit here around midnight, but, I mean, down we go. So, as we head into the open, I'm expecting a whippy, choppy open that centers around 30.50. And, you know, as all this price goes, and daily pivots in there as well, as all this price goes, so goes the next 100, 150 handles or so of this market. But the news flow is still negative, but the tape, in certain aspects, the tape is adapting to the negativity surrounding the virus. Like, and what I mean by that is the headlines come out that would have moved the tape dramatically last week. They're not dramatically moving the tape anymore. And the tape is kind of refocusing on the economics of it all, which is really what the tape, you know, it's what the tape cares about. But those headlines as well are not jamming things around the way they could. We've got the jobs report tomorrow, which should be interesting, although I don't think you're going to see a ton of impact right away, certainly not over here. But the bottom line is, you've got the election, you've got the virus news and the economic impact there. So there's still a ton of unknowns in this market, and the volatility is adjusting accordingly. But what it's not doing is violently moving the way it was last week. So the volatility is coming in a little bit, and what we end up with is this really trading sweet spot, which I don't even think we're in yet. But, you know, 20 handle range, 30 handle range that flows, that has a defined support and resistance while this whole thing figures itself out. That's a pretty nice way to spend a day if you're day trading futures, and that's what we're doing. So, but on the longer term, I know a lot of people watch this webcast for my longer view every day. Look, 50 has to decide. You've got your daily mid band up here. Lower band, middle band, upper band. So if the news abates, as a function of time or as a function of price, you're going to deal with the green line. Okay, you got a few things to get through before you get there, but you got to deal with the green line. On the downside, the bears have to do what they really have a terrible time of trying to do over the years, which is to create a lower high and then do a lower low. If you do that, as I've said before, the December of 2018 lows are in play, down at, I think it's 24.17. Right now, all we've done is come in and test the October 2019 low, and we're trying to bounce from that. So the ultimate here is still very much in play. All right. Have a great day. Be careful of that 50. Respect price, respect risk, or you're gonna pay for it in this tape. Respect risk. More stuff out on social. Take care. Trade them well. Have a good day. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.